Alright, hey there everyone, this is iFreak. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey. Today we are going to continue playing the game. There's only a few things we have left. I've gotten a good chunk of it out of the way. Let's just go to the Rada Hall and just show you that I have all the conditionals, because I've already sold them and stuff. So there's a few of them. There we go. All the scales, all the skin. Ugh. Alright, so it's time for me to pull out my list and tell you just about how many times it took to do each of these. Alright, it took Shernos 5 tries, Arane 8 tries, Jesus Arane. Wyrm 8 tries, oh my god, Wyrm. Oh my god, Wyrm. Why did you do that? Every fight with Wyrm lasts about 20 minutes, so it's... Facing him 8 times was not my favorite. Yeah. That describes that perfectly. Dracoid 6 times. Ugh. And Tree Tusk it only took once, of course, but it required me to have this guy have a magic character, which wasn't that big of a deal. Only like an hour grind in the 3rd stratum. My favorite grinding spot in the game, and I think one that's useful for you guys to know, is on the 7th. No, it's going to be like the 14th or 13th floor. On this floor, right about where I'm putting these monster symbols, is potentially one of the best places to grind 1 or 2 people. If you put 1 or 2 people in your party and you go right there, it's really easy to kill the monsters, and it gives good experience for 2 people. Like 1700, or it's 1000 to 1700 per fight. It's very useful for training up training up people if you have a troubadour with what's the skill called? Divinity? If you have a troubadour with Divinity and 1 other person, both of them will gain about 1700 to 1000 per fight. Otherwise it's going to be like maybe 800 to 1500 per fight, but it's still going to be a lot, and you can get 1 person down there that's around level 60, you can hog all of the experience at once, so it's more of 1600 to 2200 or so. And it's very good grinding spots. If you're doing a mass grinding party though, and you're strong enough, I recommend a spot on the 27th floor, which I'm going to show you guys now. For parties of about level 60, 65, this right here is another really good grinding spot. The reason that this is so ideal is that iron crabs and nothing that's hard to kill shows up at that spot. So you can go to that spot, just walk back and forth, kill haze flies, hell flies, tree things, and or rockwoods, pardon me, and all that good stuff without getting bugged by anything that's actually difficult. And that's a really good trading spot for people who have like a team of 60 needing and have already completed this stratum or whatever. It's very nice. Now the last conditional drop in rare I'm going to actually show you is me getting the conditional drop for Ogre, because it's technically very specific what you need to get Ogre. There's several ways to go about it, but I find this to be the most efficient. The whip down here, and this is the only time you're ever going to see me use a whip in the game, is this bolt whip, 200 attack, strength 11 element bolt. It's the strongest whip available to you, I think. Alright, here we go, Ogre. Okay, this time we should be able to do this. Attack, Caduceus, Thunder, Bravery. Gets us into the 500s, another 590. Straight into a 840 and a 670. That should, yes, that will definitely get us within kill range. Thunder and attack. Two-hit activating just seals the deal. Thunder's gonna finish him off. Yes! And that's how you kill Ogre in 2 turns. It's a little bit of a money sink just to kill Ogre in 2 turns, like really a money sink. But that's how you kill him in 2 turns. Training an Alchemist to about 45 does not take too terribly long. Then again, I also got a little bit of training on him while I was doing some of the rare conditional fights, I would use Mage Guy in them with Scavenge to help increase my odds. And, you know, so it works out. I didn't have to spend as much time training up an Alchemist as you would otherwise need to do, because I took advantage of the fact that I knew I needed an Alchemist eventually as part of when I did the rare conditional hunts, and that's essentially what he was used for, was to help me get even more rares and conditionals. The last thing Mage Guy's going to be used for is any quest that might involve using elementals, because using Eric and Shara to do it is, like, why? I mean, it's very nice to have things elemented, specifically, but it's like, it's not as good as the Bomb Axe, and it's just, ugh. So here, have your Meteor Axe back. Actually, you can have your Trigger back. Both of you can have your Triggers back. Alright, and we spent more money than the evil shell's obviously going to give us. It's going to give us, like, nothing. And it gave us a Brave Gauge. Now, is this Brave Gauge worth it? The answer is a resounding yes. Defense plus 11, strength plus 10 is pretty neat. Let's see what our strength is right now. 102? So, yeah, I could climb it even higher, why not? But, it's okay. Okay, and that's Ogre. The last thing we're gonna do this episode is get the last of the extra leaves. You can also pretty much escape from these fights free of charge. Somehow, Eric, one of the fastest people on our team, can't get out, though. So that's a thing. Alright. Not here? Maybe I read Traveler Time's comment wrong. I'm gonna go read it again. This is where we were. Yeah, this is the place. Maybe it doesn't appear until a certain quest is started. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Regardless, it's not here, so we have to bugger out. I guess the last thing we'll do this time instead, because it's probably quest related to whether... Unless... Well, I haven't actually walked on the side spaces. So, for future reference, just in case it does walk around here, we're going to go ahead and walk on all these tiles and paint them in as I go, because I don't have automap on, and I can't really be bothered to turn it back on. So, it's just... Bam, and bam. The reason I keep auto map off now is that it doesn't interrupt the damage tiles on these other places of the 2nd and 6th stratum. So we have everything. Now I'm going to check that in Compendium real quick. We should not have anything missing from this list. At least I don't think, unless there's at least one more thing. Well, I know L-Leaf. Well, not L-Leaf. I don't know what the leaf is called. But we have one leaf missing, and that should be near the bottom of the list. So we should have everything until that. If we don't, that means we're missing either an unknown quest monster actually carries something, or that we missed an item point somewhere somehow. We're missing 4 items. That doesn't make me feel good. That does not make me feel good at the slightest. Alright. One of those is going to be the leaves, and the other 3 is I have no idea. So the value ranges between 3,000 and 2,400. I'm guessing... Oh, I don't know. I don't know the values of these things. So if any of these happens to be a chop mine or take item, I'm going to need a little bit of help from you guys telling me where I can find such items. And if they're not, just tell me they're not. It's that simple. Alright, so okay there everyone, this has been LifeFreak. Thank you again for joining me on a more of a Progress Report episode, and thank you for joining me as I fought Ogre this episode and all that good stuff. I'm going to see you guys next time. Thank you and goodbye. Expect the next episode to actually be later today instead of tomorrow. See you guys then.